was underage. 19-year-old Sergio Estrada told Kern County Sheriff detectives that the girl he was found with told him she was 15, but she was actually 14. Detectives say he started sending inappropriate pictures and initiating
Come now, here is your host, JR. Top of the day to you. Welcome back. Oh, it's good to be home. Although that alarm going off this morning, boy, when you don't have an alarm going off for 6 days, I'll tell you what. This is the JR Show. You're listening to Kern Radio. Check us out online at kernradio.com. Don't forget to download the Kern Radio app to your smart device and take us on all your summer vacations like I just got back from mine. I'll tell you about it in just a second. But you can also catch us streaming live on YouTube right now. Don't attempt to adjust your screens. It's me. I got a little bit of a tan. I'm just a little dark, that's all, but don't worry, well, it'll fade eventually, and we'll all go back to normal. But check us out live on YouTube. Just search up Kern Radio. I got to put on the shades, Chris. I know you're looking at me crazy. He's got the white shades on. It's white boy summer. I got my white shades.
White boy summer.
White boy summer.
Oh, good Lord!
You don't remember white boy summer?
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I've heard hot girl summer.
Nah, it's white boy summer. It's my white. I got the white shades on. I got the tan going. I just got back from the beach.
You did get a good tan.
The hair's wild. It's all curly on top. Whenever I get a good moisture in the air, the curls start to spring just a little bit more. The spring in my step is still bouncing. But we're here for 3 hours today, folks. One of us came back and one of us won't be here. I will be doing 3 hours today as we'll take over just a little bit of the Ralph Bailey Show as Ralph will be out. I'll take the glasses off now. It's not as sunny as it was in San Clemente, California.
Aren't you?
I am so missed. Everybody's like, hey, how was your vacation? Not long enough. It never is. And right when you think, you know what? I think I'm ready to go home. I think I'm ready. Nah. You come over the grapevine and you're like, what the was I thinking?
At least you came back to somewhat decent weather.
I did. I saw somebody I was following along on Instagram. I have no idea what's been going on, by the way. No idea. I'm not one of those guys that goes on vacation. Yes, I still checked emails. Yes, I was on social media a little bit. But other than that, I didn't pull up any of the news. I didn't watch the news. I didn't pay attention to any of anything. A little bit here and there that I caught winds of. But other than that, I was totally out of the loop. And it felt so good.
We lost Ozzy.
I've heard that. We lost Ozzy. We lost a lot of people while I was gone. They go in threes. Boy, did they go in threes. What was it?
Fives now.
Malcolm Jamal Warner, right?
Yeah.
Didn't he pass away as well? Ozzy Osbourne. Who else just passed? Somebody
Hulk
else.
Hogan passed
Hulk Hogan
yesterday.
passed yesterday. Probably one of my favorite wrestlers, second favorite wrestlers of all time. We'll talk about that with one of the hosts of the Early Bird Special, Chris Burdick. We'll talk a little bit of sports today. Also, apparently NFL. We'll find out how much they were going for and what might actually happen to players now that they've been caught. Oh boy!
Not to add to the funeral pyre here,
Yeah,
but Chuck
who-
Mangione also.
Chuck Mangione, Radar Love died. Isn't that who it is? It's his only song, right? Or is that somebody else? I can't remember. Scott was talking about something this morning, people dying. And I knew one song.
Just a very, very.
Wasn't Ozzy. Ozzy was a big one.
Ozzy took everybody out.
Yeah. I was at Legoland when that one hit. I turned to my brother. Ozzy Osbourne died. Looked at me like, no way. Yeah.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. The man wasn't exactly the picture of health.
No, he wasn't. And like all old people, not all, but most, when they retire, they die.
Yeah.
When you stop working, when you're a workaholic and you've worked all of your life with, and some people will say, "Oh, the music industry's not working." Yeah, it's touring will take a toll on you, and the drugs and alcohol will too.
You know what? My friend put it beautifully too. It's like this is just proof that Ozzy was put on this earth to do one thing,
One
was to
thing.
make music.
He had one job, and that was to be the
He did it so well that God said, "You know what, son? Your time's it's up. Let's go."
or Satan, because he was the prince of darkness or something. I don't know.
Whichever one he chose.
prefers. I'm not quite sure, but we'll talk about some of the deaths and famous people recently. What else happened while I was gone? I don't know. I enjoyed it though. I didn't eat at Vine. I know listeners were recommending that I eat at Vine. I did not, unfortunately, but I did make it to Sonny's, which is a favorite spot, a little Italian joint that is the classic Italian joint. It's loud. It's everybody's screaming at each other because nobody can hear each other talk, and we had a great time. But I spent most of the time in the sand, on the beach, in the pool, in the jacuzzi, soaking up 73-degree weather. But I heard it was nice here. It was in the mid 90s. Even today is nice, mid 90s. I went to bed last night a little late. It was in the 70s. I was like, wow, did I just bring some of San Clemente with me? Did it follow me here?
Well, if you did, I appreciate you.
Yeah, no worries. It's what I do for the people. It's what I do. But I did have a great time. My daughter had a great time. Remind me when Rick Bentley gets here in the 3:00 hour, because we are we are guest hosting for Ralph Bailey show today. We'll be here till 5 on the JR show, taking over the Ralph Bailey show. But when Rick Bentley gets here, I have to give that man a special thank you. He extended an invitation that he had to me and my daughter for us to be able to do something while we were out on vacation, and we took advantage of that, and it probably made my daughter's year. And so I owe Rick Bentley a big old thank you and a big old hug. And maybe I'll grab him some chili beans that are left over from the Salty's barbecue that we had this afternoon. But yeah, he got us some tickets to the Descendants Zombies Worlds Collide Disney concert down at Crypto Arena on Wednesday night. And I have never seen my daughter more excited in her life. And to be around a bunch of kids that were from the ages of 4 and 5 all the way up into teenagers and screaming their head off nonstop. It's one of the wildest concerts I think I've ever been to, and I was at a Rage Against the Machine concert in the 2000s, so it's pretty far up there.
Don't mess with Disney kids and their their music, man.
Man,
don't you do it,
man. And I ran into a bunch of YouTubers at the show, which my daughter was like, "Oh yeah, I know." I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm a YouTuber though, so maybe. But no, it was a great time. Got home late last night. Traffic. Oh, if it wasn't for other cars on the road, I wouldn't have a problem with traffic. I really wouldn't.
You don't say.
But man, and my daughter, God love her, she's tries to be so patient with her dad and just goes, "Dad, just there's nothing you can do about it. Just chill."
You know what's funny though? She's gonna grow up to be like the most
Oh.
calm driver on the planet.
Either that or she's going to be yelling at her windshield just
That's
like
gonna be
me.
one of the two. You're right,
Why are you braking? Why are you going slow in the fast? Get out of the lane if you can't even go the speed limit. Slower traffic to the right. It took me almost 4 hours to get home yesterday. 4 hours. It took me 2.5 hours. It doesn't even take me 4 hours to get to Las Vegas. 4 hours.
That's wild.
What should have been a 2.5 hour drive at most 3 almost took me 4 hours.
Thursday.
On a Thursday, and I mistakenly go, oh, if we leave about 3, I should be able to miss traffic by about that much. Nope. And I have never been on so many different freeways on the way home. I cut through every time Google Maps was like, there's a faster route if you go on the 110 to the 5 back to the 10 to the 210, you'll get there 10 minutes faster. I said, at this point, I'm going to do it. And I was on, let me see, I was on the 5, I was on the 57, I was on the 10, I was on the 605, I was back on the 10, I was on the 101, and back to the 210, and then back to the 5. And just when I think I'm out of the woods, get over the grapevine, coming down the hill, I can see the smog, I can feel the heat on the windshield. Just when I think, look, we're almost home, it's clear, I can make it. There's a big rig on the 5 right before the 5 and the 99 split, big rig on fire. Slows down traffic. I'm like, oh my God. I'm just going to turn around and go back and just never come home. I never wanted to get home so bad in my life. I cut about 15 minutes off of the time and I made it home in 3 hours and 45 minutes by taking about 10 different freeways and 3 different surface streets. Thank you, Google Maps. I looked at my daughter. I was like, we're flying next time. We're just going to get a flight to John Wayne down to Santa Ana and we'll Uber it from there. I don't even care. I can't. I'm the worst person in traffic. The absolute worst person. I will yell at cars in front of me. I won't roll down my window and threaten anybody to a fight. I'm not that bad with the road rage, but man, do I yell at my windshield. People just don't know how to drive in this state. Get over. Why are you in the HOV lane if you're gonna go 55? There's plenty of lanes over there. I don't care how many Mexicans you got in your car. I don't. Get out of the way. Other than that, the play was great, Mrs. Lincoln. Not a problem in the world. No, it was a great time though. Got there, got an RV for a couple days. My daughter loved it. Had a great time watching sunsets. Like I said, 73 degrees. I think it never got above 75, which was just beautiful. Stayed in a nice little resort for the remainder of the week. Got to soak in a hot tub. Oh, it was so nice. And then, like I said, made it down to Legoland with my brother and my sister. My brother lives in Miami with his girl and their son. So I hardly ever get to see them. And my sister lives in Vegas with her daughter and her husband. So we don't ever get to really see each other all at the same time. And we got to spend a few days together. Not only that, we got to take all our kids together to go to Legoland, which was a blast. We had a great time there and just couldn't have asked for a better time. I want to thank Kathy Abernathy before I go any further for filling in. Also Clayton Campbell and Cassie Biddle. Thank all the listeners for being very nice to the guest hosts and being patient and just continuing to support. I appreciate all of the messages that you guys were sending me and just all the love. And yeah, we're back. So we'll take a break. We'll get into the show. We got 2.5 more hours because apparently we're filling in for the Ralph Bailey show today. Can I tell him what happened? Is it HIPAA laws? He says He didn't fracture it, but he says at one point he thought he fractured his foot. This on top of the gout on the same foot. Mr. Bailey will hopefully return on Monday. I'll let him tell the story. And I'll let you guys just speculate throughout the weekend what you think. How do you think Ralph Bailey might have fractured his foot? Turns out he didn't, but he thought he did at one point. Got a great show. Talk about the latest teenager to be whisked away by somebody they met on Roblox or Minecraft or Fortnite or whatever the kids are playing these days. Talk about that. Trial date has been set for Mother of the Year. We'll tell you about that. The city had a meeting this week. I'll tell you some things that I found. Brundage Lane Navigation Center celebrates their 500th placing. Also give you my thoughts on that. Welcome back. Hang with us. It's going to be a long edition of the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. The Ralph Bailey Show, weekdays from 3 till 6 p.m.
I still don't think that the Jacksonville sheriff deputies needed to punch the kid in the face, but I'm really close to saying he deserved it. Running around Jacksonville without a seatbelt.
sorrow. I don't have to worry about tomorrow. Why is that? Life inside.
Welcome back. It's the JR Show. It is What the Faith Friday. We're playing a little Forrest Frank right there. It's my daughter's favorite artist right now, and I couldn't be happier. Whenever she's like, "Dad, I like this guy. I like this song," and it's some kind of like worship music, I'm like, cool. So she's all into Forrest Frank right now. But that song he put out today, late last night, is called "God's Got My Back." And the story behind it goes like this. It was probably less than a week ago. Dude was skating outside of his house with his little son. His daughter was riding a scooter next to him. His skateboard slips out from under him. He hits his back on the sidewalk, on the edge of the sidewalk, and breaks 2 or 3 of his vertebrae in his back. And he's lying on his back, and somebody sends a comment and says, "How are you going to make music now?" And he's like, I guess like this. And he's lying down and he goes, "Let's just see what comes." And he broke his back. So now the name of the song is "God's Got My Back." And then he tells how, a couple years ago, he wasn't following Christ like he should be. And now that he is, and situations like this just show him that he can still, even though he's hurt his back and probably out of commission for a while, he can still praise God. And so I'm like, my daughter, if you want to follow that guy and listen to his music, I'm all. It's better than probably anything else that she might catch wind of sometimes. So yeah, check out Forrest Frank if you get a chance to. Speaking of backs, my back is killing me, dude. I hate to be the guy that comes back from vacation and just complains and moans. I think I need a new bed. I was gone all week. My back was fine. Fine. Didn't bother me one bit. Didn't hurt. Didn't nothing. I wake up this morning and my lower back is killing me again. I can feel the shoulder in my pain. It's either that or it's just the amount of stress I think I feel coming just back into town and putting it all back on my back. And so if anybody knows the place where I can go, just good massage or something, man, or a bed. If you have a bed suggestion, then I'll take those as well. Because man, as soon as I get back into town, my back was killing me. What else did I miss? Did I miss anything else, Chris? What else happened while I was gone? Anything around here? Anybody get fired? Anybody quit? Anybody we no longer have with us besides the famous people that died?
No, not really. I mean, famous people died. Trump got put on got told he got put on the Epstein list.
I was paying attention to some of that, and now I'm hearing that the DOJ is going to meet with the Maxwell lady who's in jail, and everybody's going crazy because, Trump's trying to bury the story now because there was a list and now there's not a list, and he's on the list, and all these old files of how he used to hang out with Jeff Epstein, and the drawing over, I think it was last week when I was about to leave, the birthday drawing of the nude outline signed by Trump, and it doesn't look good. I'll give you that. It doesn't look good. And why he's sending, just at this point, he's like Ralph. He's his own worst enemy sometimes. If he just left the story alone after they said, "Hey, there's no list," and had they just quit harping on it and just let people just kind of let the story die, the way that the news cycle works nowadays, a story can last about 24 meme, like what's the guy that got caught at the Coldplay concert? That one's gonna carry for a little bit longer,
probably about a week.
Which we have an update I'll give you. Oh man, somebody needs to teach that guy. If you're gonna cheat on your wife, and ladies, I'm not condoning the behavior, but if you're gonna do it, my guy, don't do it in public.
At this point, I'm taking all my dates to a Coldplay concert. I'm seeing what you do when the camera comes on. You running away? You staying right there?
Right? Because that's a sign. Either she's not into you, or she's married. We do have some news to get into after the break. Stick around. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
Were so moved by their experience working with us, they joined our team so they could help others to timeshare freedom. If you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-939-1331. That's 800-939-1331. 800-939-1331. The Armstrong and Getty Show. Weekdays noon to 2 on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. Now, back to the JR Show.
Listen now. Come on. All models, brand new iPhones, and wonder why we. Yep. Welcome back to Dusty Bibles, but brand new iPhones. That's right, Josiah Queen on the What the Faith Friday. That's kind of fitting, actually, leading to our next story. Speaking of having the latest iPhones and digital devices, another story of another teenager lured away from home by somebody she met on a gaming platform, whether it be Fortnite or Roblox or what's the other one the kids are playing now? I thought there was another one. Fortnite, Roblox, and something else. I can't remember. But it's how many times have we heard about it? Just out of our community in the past year and a half, 2 years, which always makes me go, what about the ones we don't hear about? If this many are getting caught, how many more aren't? We have to start protecting our children. Parents, you have to, we have to do better. We have to do better. I know for me growing up and my generation, it was the television, and oh, the television is the babysitter, and you get put in front of the television, and the parents don't have to do anything, and now you can just watch TV all day, and your parents and that's true, and it was a little safer than it is now because at least the TV wasn't trying to lure me away from home. Now every single kid has a device in their hand. I saw kids while I was out on vacation, devices out at dinner, device in their.
I give my sister grief for that sometimes with my niece.
It's hard because I don't want to be judgmental. I get it. And sometimes there's a point where it's like you just want to have them be quiet and just here, take it, just so we could get some peace. But to allow your kids to just navigate the internet and social media platforms, because that's what these games have become. They're not just games anymore. It's not like when I was a kid and I was sitting in front of my Nintendo playing Super Mario Brothers. I couldn't talk to the other kid that was in South Dakota also playing Super Mario Brothers. That wasn't happening. And so now games aren't just games anymore. They are social media platforms. And kids are going into these games and there's chat rooms and they can just talk to anybody. And kids are kids. My daughter used to see the way that God sees everybody. My daughter looked at everybody the same way for a while, with good intentions, that that person is, there's good inside of them. Kids are vulnerable, and that's why it's our job as parents to protect them. Know what your kids are doing. Know the devices. That's why when I say this is my daughter's favorite artist right now, I am that engaged that I know who she's listening to, what songs she's listening to, what shows she got in trouble last night. We just got home from vacation and my daughter was in trouble already. You're like, man, JR, you're tough. And you know what she got in trouble for? Watching shorts. I have a problem with her watching shorts on YouTube. I have a problem with myself watching stories on Instagram and Facebook. But I've explained to her, I don't want you watching shorts on YouTube. And I'll explain to you why, so you don't think I'm just being mean old dad. There are plenty of studies that show that the attention span of children are shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. Kids don't know how to pay attention to something longer than 15 or 30 seconds anymore. And I explain that to my daughter. And I tell her, if you're going to watch YouTube, fine. I'm going to monitor which ones you are watching. And I caught her watching shorts last night. And I said, if I catch you watching shorts again, because it's not the first time I've walked in and you're doing it, I'm cutting off YouTube. Period. No questions asked. You already know. And if you need me to explain again to you why I don't want you watching shorts, I can. Or do you remember? I remember, Dad. It's not just because I'm trying to be mean. And it's the same thing with these games, Fortnite, Roblox. Your kids are meeting strangers. And I know we'd like to think that we all live in this fantasy utopian world where nobody's going to do anything wrong. It's just a video game. It's other kids playing. No, there are predators inside of those games looking for kids, fishing for those kids. And again, it frightens me to even think about the ones that aren't getting caught, because we've heard too many times about the ones that are. So obviously there has to be many more that are getting away with it. And we're learning more about this latest one, 19-year-old Sergio Estrada, who lured away the 14-year-old girl after playing the video game Fortnite. He believed she was 15, but still knew that it was wrong. He said they held hands and hugged. He said he tried to kiss her, but she declined, saying she was uncomfortable, telling her he wants to do more. Parents apparently reported her missing on June 11th, telling investigators they had previously informed Estrada that she was underage. I don't even want to read the story. Did I just read that they said that her parents had already told Estrada, hey, our daughter's underage? Then why would you let her back on the platform? Why would it? It's Friday. I just got back from vacation. Try not to lose my temper here like I did yesterday on the road home.
Namaste.
And 4 hours of traffic. Namaste, JR. You have a cupcake in front of you. There should be happy thoughts. But these kinds of things just upset me because it's parents. I stopped blaming kids a long time ago. I stopped saying, man, some people's kids. And I started saying, man, some kids' parents. Because ultimately, that's what it boils down to. What are you doing at home? What kind of examples are you setting? What kind of rules and boundaries are you holding your kids to? And apparently, this girl's parents knew that she had met a 19-year-old and apparently had told him that, hey, our daughter's underage, don't talk to her anymore. Then how about you say, you know what, young lady, we're going to not allow you to play Fortnite anymore for a little bit. And as a matter of fact, when you do get back on Fortnite, we're going to go ahead and disable the chat function. Be a parent. Quit being friends with your kids. Be tough sometimes. It's okay. Guess what? They're still going to love you. Because you're going to balance that with good. I'm not saying I'm the best parent, but believe me, I am not. I have screwed up my daughter probably in more ways than I even want to think about. So who be it to me to give somebody parenting advice, right? But you'd think that would be common sense. If you found your daughter chatting with a 19-year-old and she is 14, why would you let her go back on there? And I hate to beat up parents. I really do. But what kind of household are you developing here if your 14-year-old daughter thinks that it's even okay to leave the house with somebody else? With the parents told investigators they believe she was with the Estrada, saying they previously warned him not to contact her. They said she and Estrada had communicated through Fortnite and social messaging apps. Where'd she get the phone? Where were the apps at? What device did you allow her to continue to have after you caught her? It's Friday. I have a cupcake in front of me. I should be in a better mood, Chris. I should be in a better mood. I have extra hours today. I can talk as long as I want. I should be happy. I shouldn't be talking about this again. And I think that's what's upsetting me, is that again, we hear about these stories time and time again. And the first thing I thought about when I heard it was, what about the ones that aren't getting caught? What about the ones that we don't hear about? What about the ones that have not done this to one, but 2, 3, 4 girls? We as parents have to do a better job. It is our responsibility. And I'm sorry, I put it on them. They're just as responsible as Mother of the Year. You guys know who that is in my book, Maya Hernandez, whose trial date has been set for the death of her 1-year-old son, who she thought would be fine in a car, unattended, in summer of Bakersfield. Well, I left it running with the air on, so, yeah, they told me I can bring them in, but I figured I'd leave them in the car. It wasn't the first time she'd done it, I can imagine. We have to do a better job as parents. It is our responsibility to keep our kids safe, and continuing to let your daughter, not after you caught her, and instead of blaming her or holding her accountable, you just automatically blame the 19-year-old Estrada. Well, he should know better. You don't talk to our daughter anymore. She's underage. That'll set him straight. You're no different than leaving your daughter in the backseat of a car with the windows rolled up in the middle of summer in Bakersfield. You're putting them at the same risk. And guess what? If your kids don't like you snooping around their stuff, it's probably because they're hiding something from you. I don't even want to talk about that story anymore. It's a Friday, Chris. I got a cupcake in front of me. It's chocolate nonetheless. I'm not a big fan of chocolate,
You're a chocolate guy?
I'm not a chocolate guy. I'm not. And it was, and I know I'm complaining and I sound like the old man. The other one that was white cupcake, chocolate frosting.
Yeah, I noticed that. So either way, you're getting chocolate.
Can you just pick a flavor, please? I can't even be happy about my cupcake. I know.
We usually have an old man that does this from 6 to 9
6
in the
to
morning.
9, and then another one from 3 to 6.
Yeah.
I'm filling in today. I don't know if you've heard or not, Chris. I'll be here till 5 o'clock, bitching and complaining and moaning. But I got a cupcake nonetheless. Maybe I'll just do like my nephew does, just lick the frosting off.
I've seen so many kids do that, and every time I'm just like, what's wrong with you?
All right, have you seen the new thing that the kids are doing with the cupcakes? The cupcake sandwich, where you take the bottom half,
you cut it and you put it on top.
You cut that bottom half that's in the cup, and you put it on top, and the frosting's now in the middle.
I have seen that, and all I'm going to tell you is just all you're making is a fluffy Oreo.
I guess. We'll see. I got donuts on my desk too. Maybe I can go down and grab that maple. Can we have a nice story? Let's see what else is in here. We have the city. It's a termination of an agreement with Kern County Hospital Authority to provide mental health services to 4 local shelters. No big deal there. Adding another, $1.5 million to the now $13 million that we're going to spend on parks. Speaking of millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars in fire aid went to not victims of the fire, but nonprofits who hopefully gave that money to victims of the fire. Here's a good story. A young local girl got to sing the national anthem at Dodger Stadium. Tell you about that. Oh, and here's another one. Maybe for you and I, Chris, I heard about your adventures lately. Speed dating. Huh? Maybe we could double speed date? Is that a thing? Stick around, guys. It's Friday. Try to make the most of it. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
News Talk News. This is 96.1 FM. Bakersfield. Online at KERNradio.com.
Breaking news. Poll reveals a striking 11-point surge in the number of Americans who rate the U.S. economy as excellent or good. Correspondent Bernie Bennett has this update.
as to why you need a cell phone at the age of 14, you shouldn't have one. End of discussion. The fact that she did have a device, and apparently, at least according to the parents, they were doing some monitoring, right? Because they caught him. They caught him previously, or at least that's what they told detectives. Hey, look, we had told him to stop talking to our daughter. Then at the end of that conversation that you were having with him and telling him, hey, you need to stop talking to our daughter. She's 14. You should have then turned and talked to your daughter and said, no more. You're not using Fortnite. You're not using devices. You're banned. You're grounded from social media. All of it. You were talking to a 19-year-old. And this is not okay. This is not allowed. Period. So clearly they had to do some sort of monitoring because they already knew about it, according to court documents. But, and I hate to do it again, like most parents nowadays, what is it? It's never the kid's fault. It's always somebody else's fault. In my day, it was my mom and my teacher against me. Nowadays, it's the student and the parent against the teacher. Somehow we've got into this, I want to be cool and be friends. And maybe it's because, and when you see stories of 20-year-olds with not one, but two kids at 20 years old, you go, yeah, they're young and they're having kids. And it's basically kids having kids. And so while they're still trying to be cool and hip, it's hard for them to be a parent. Because God forbid you have your kids not want to be your friend anymore. And as much as I love to see my daughter excited and happy and having fun and doing all kinds of cool things, I will be quick to shut all of it down. And she knows that. She knows that so much that all I have to do is go, Liliana. And she knows right there. Uh-oh. Something ain't right. Dad used my full name, and there's a little bit of bass in his voice. And so until as we as parents can step up and actually start taking on the role of being parents again, we're going to continue to see stories like this, and it's unfortunate. It is unfortunate. Let's get to a break. We'll come back. We'll try to lighten the mood up a little bit. Like I said, Rick Bentley will stop by. We'll talk a little bit of entertainment. Speaking of entertainment, we'll talk a little bit of sports. Hulk Hogan died. My second favorite wrestler, probably. I want you to give me a top three, Chris. You're a sport. You are a fanatic, huh? When it comes to WWE, are you a big wrestling fan?
Yes.
You're a big fan. I was. I'm not gonna lie. As a kid, I was a big wrestling fan.
Now, I'm not a historian or anything. Don't get me wrong. Like I won't sit there and like tell you, oh, my favorite wrestling match was WrestleMania 14. This is like I can't do that.
I can tell you my favorite wrestling match, and it involved Hulk Hogan and my other favorite wrestler of all time. Tell you who that is. We'll get Chris's top three of favorite wrestlers of all time. Like I said, we'll talk to Rick Bentley, little entertainment, movies. What is it? Fantastic Four. But not just the Fantastic Four. We'll talk about the new trend with movies. The new trend to lure your money out of your wallet. Oh, those movie theaters. Mr. Bentley will come up, and I'll give him a big hug and a thank you too as well. Then Jenny Frank will tell us about a veterans event going up at Bakersfield College. Don't adjust your radios. No, this is the Ralph Bailey Show. I'm just J.R. Flores filling in for Ralph Bailey. And don't adjust your YouTube screens. Although I have a tan and I'm of the darker complexion, I'm still not Ralph Bailey. But stick around. I'll be here till about 5. This is the Ralph Bailey Show. It's Current Radio. We'll be right back.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. It's the JR Show.
He will hopefully return to the work on Monday. In the meantime, we'll do our best to fill in for Mr. Bailey as he recovers. Coming up at 3:30 will be Rick Bentley with KGET, the entertainment reporter. I was watching him at noon today with Elena Rusk, talking about Fantastic Four and some of the new gimmicks, I guess you would say, or ways to make you depart with your money. We'll get Rick's tips on all of those things. And then Jenny Frank will stop by in the 4 o'clock hour. She's going to talk about a veterans event up at Bakersfield College. Fernando Hara, I believe, was due in court today. Not this morning, at some point. Yeah, it says 7:25, 9 a.m. Preliminary hearing, and then he is due back in court on the 29th at 9 a.m. for a status conference. And then also during that time, they'll be setting the preliminary hearing date. I'm not sure. Let's see. Bail amount, bail status. Nope. I don't believe. If I'm not mistaken, Mr. Hara is still being held in the Lerdo facility. It appears. So we will get you the latest on that as it becomes available. Some overnight closures to tell you about if you weren't already confused between the Highway 58 and 99 exchange. Well, they're going to really screw things up while they try to fix it, even though they probably should have done it the first time, but that's just me. Nighttime closures are planned on Highway 58 next week as crews continue demolition of portions of the eastbound 5899 bridge. Overnight full closures, nighttime full closures of eastbound 58 at the southbound 99 connector ramp are planned starting Sunday the 27th. The closures will be in effect from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. each night through Tuesday as crews perform demolition activities. During the bridge closures, drivers can exit at the southbound 99 connector ramp, continue to White Lane, because most of us do anyways. We miss an exit or we took the wrong ramp and we have to now go further because, well, when the city was building the darn thing, they just screwed it up. I mean, I think we all can agree on that. It's that whole connector right there. It's, talk about, I'd rather almost drive in LA for 4 hours than try to figure out which lane I need to be in to go which direction when it comes to the 58 and the 99 meeting. And if I can get off on Ming, or if I'm on Ming, where can I get on? My goodness. But yeah, just keep going and then take another exit and then turn back around. The city, though, they want to thank the public for your patience and understanding during the completion of the work there. And the Department of Transportation and Caltrans announced, speaking of nighttime closures, of southbound Highway 99 in Tulare County. It is Tulare, right? Am I saying that right, Chris? I just want to, is Tulare or
Tulare, yeah.
Tulare?
I always say Tulare, but
Tulare? How do you say it?
Tulare.
It's Tulare.
I always say Tulare, but
Well, how's it supposed to be said?
I've always heard Tulare. I've never heard anybody else say it any other way.
It's not Tulare?
Not that I've heard.
Just making sure. Boy, I hope she's listening. But out there in Tulare County, Caltrans says the closure will be for the removal of false work as part of construction with security paving onto International Agri-Center Interchange Project. Southbound 99 will be closed at Page Avenue starting the night of Sunday, July 27th through the night of Wednesday, July 30th from 10 to 4 each night. So if you're on the 99 starting Sunday through Wednesday next week, whether you're here in Bakersfield or headed to Tulare, just be prepared for a lot of delays. Kind of like if you were driving through LA yesterday, trying to make it home. I never wanted to make it home so bad from vacation until I drove through LA at 4 o'clock yesterday. Got Rick Bentley coming up next. He's the entertainment reporter for KGET. Don't adjust your radios or your YouTube screen. This is the Ralph Bailey Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be back.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN.
What's up, Rich? And don't it feel good? Is that what Ralph does? I got to make sure I stay true to the show.
Oh, well, you're 2 on tune.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow, I'm taking shots while he's down.
Let's send some aloe to him because he just got burned.
Whoa, from
Oh.
one RV to another. Rick Bentley joining the Ralph Bailey Show. Good afternoon. Sir.
And I don't want to go a step further until I tear back the curtain.
Okay.
I know you guys are paid by this company, so
Yes.
you do the cover up. You're not gonna tell the truth, but I'm here to tell the truth.
Yes, sir.
Ralph is recovering from a cornea injury.
Oh,
And he knew I was going to ask him Jeffrey Epstein questions today. And so that's why he's dodging. That's why he's not. It's the cornea injury.
he's dodging the question.
That's right. That's right.
I'm taking all rumors and suggestions.
Well, I think that's a good one.
I think that's a good one too.
Yeah.
You should push that one over the weekend.
Yeah,
See
well,
how
yeah.
far it goes.
Yeah. I think it's gone as far as it's going
That's
right now.
that's
Yeah.
right. And speaking of guest hosting and Ralph being out today, you'll be filling in for Ralph in a couple weeks, yeah?
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't tell people ahead of time
I
because
wasn't supposed to.
they will plan to turn their radios off ahead of time. It's like,
No.
oh, I can skip Ralph that day. So,
Are you kidding me? You're one of my favorite guests, Rick.
wow, you have a low bar.
Well, no. And I'm not just saying that because of the nice thing you did for me this week.
Oh, pray tell, what was that?
Well, I was on vacation for the past week.
I had nothing to do with that.
You did not. That's not why. But before I left, you had forwarded me an invitation that you had received and were not going to be able to attend.
Right.
And you said, hey, maybe you and your daughter might like this.
Yep.
And which I said, that's funny. I had thought about going because I was down in San Clemente.
Oh.
And I knew that this tour was coming through. And for those that don't know, it was the Descendants Zombies World Collide tour.
Right.
And it was at the Honda Center in Anaheim, and I was probably 30 minutes from there.
Oh, wow.
And then, but before I left, Rick had sent me an invitation to go and watch the show at Crypto.
Yeah.
And I got to go, and I have to say, Rick, thank you very much.
You're
First
welcome.
Off, you made my daughter's, if not young 8-year-old's life. I kid you not, Rick.
Well, don't take any offense to this. I didn't do it for you. I did it for your daughter.
I know,
Yeah.
and that's what it, and I'll tell anybody that it's always about her.
Yeah, and that's what a parent should be like.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can do good things for me. I appreciate it.
Right.
You do good things for my kid. I owe you.
I
And so that's, yeah, no, I'm glad she enjoyed it. I thought it looked like a great thing. I just couldn't get away. And so it's like, oh, I know the perfect person to go see this.
You missed a great show.
Oh, I bet.
Screaming 4-year-olds to 45-year-olds, Rick. I mean, moms dressed up like the zombies characters.
Wow.
One mom and her daughter both had on the cheerleader Addison role.
Oh my gosh.
Outfit on. All the kids were decked out and they were screaming from beginning to end.
That's great. Yeah. And you know what? Those Disney shows are not aimed at my demographic.
No,
obviously.
Mine either.
But I have always found them fun. There's an energy to them. The dancing the music is good. And I've interviewed every cast of Descendants and Zombies.
Up until the recent Zombies 4 that just came out.
Yeah, and so
my daughter's very jealous of that, by the way, because I mentioned that, and she says thank you because she knows who you are. We see Rick out a bunch of times. Whether one time we were at a show at the Fox where you do what is it?
I usher.
You usher at the Fox. We've seen you there for a show. We've gone to the Kern County Library where you guys do the Friends of the Library book sale that you're a part of. So we've seen you out plenty of times. She knows who you are.
Yeah, it's all part of my work release agreement.
But yeah, she's like, I told her, yeah, Mr. Bentley got to interview Milo and Meg there. And she's like, well, I'll forgive him because he got me the tickets.
Okay.
But I'll tell you what, she cried, Rick.
Oh.
3 separate times during the show.
Oh, that's
tears of joy.
That's great.
Like, just couldn't believe that she was getting to see these people perform. And I'm just looking at her like, Rick, I owe you so much. Dude.
You don't owe me a thing. If it earns you any daddy points, I'm a happy man.
She knows I had nothing to do with it.
Oh, no, you can't say that. I can offer you the tickets. You could have went, well, kill. I don't.
Well,
You know, I'm not going to do it.
Well, to say it was the last night of our vacation, and so I drove from San Clemente, which is on the last night of our vacation. It took us what should have been an hour drive speed, more traffic.
Right.
Getting into Staples Center or Crypto.
Yeah.
An hour and 45 minutes, 2-hour drive.
Yeah.
And then another hour back when I could have just went, it's our last night. Why go back? Just take it on home.
Yeah.
We went back. And
Oh.
I drove all the way back to San Clemente
Okay.
and then turned around and drove all the way home the next day.
Well,
But
still.
but it was worth
Yep.
every single minute.
Those are the things I try to remember with my son. Those are the things the memories that last forever.
Core memories.
Yeah, yeah,
That'll be a core
Yeah.
memory forever. for
Yeah.
her.
yeah. I'm just hoping that when I'm in the nursing home, he remembers and gets me an extra pudding or something.
Right.
It's like, you
Yeah.
remember when I took you to see?
No, and she got to meet one of the I can't remember which one of the actresses. We kind of hung out and I was like, ooh, look, these are their tour buses. And she was like, no. And I learned from my dad to get into places you're not supposed to
Right.
be by just acting like you're supposed to be there.
Yeah, yeah.
And so we did that. And one of the girls happened to walk by and
Oh.
she got to like give her a hug and then got to say hi. Not only that,
Oh, wow.
there were YouTubers all over the place. Rick,
Yeah.
it's LA, of course.
Of
but
course.
she's like, I watch them on YouTube. It's the Not Enough Nelsons. And I was like, oh yeah, you do watch them. Huh?
Okay. Yeah.
And not only that, we sat 2 rows in front of the parents of Malachi, who was one of the stars of
Right.
Zombies 4. His parents were sitting 2 rows in front of us directly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You had good seats then.
Oh, we had great seats.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you again. I owe you whatever you name it, it's yours. Bro.
Nah, nope.
A t-shirt. I got t-shirts.
Oh, I have.
I got a cupcake
yeah.
for it if you want. I haven't licked it. I
Let's
promise.
just consider it even.
Okay.
No. I'm happy when things like that work out.
It did.
And so, yeah.
Thank you. Speaking of kids flicks, lots of, I I don't know. Marvel isn't just kids flicks anymore, right? It's
Well,
reached a demographic to where it's
If you're going to say, Wolverine and Deadpool certainly isn't a kid's flick.
well, that one with the exception.
That one is a very mature audience.
Only, yes.
Yeah.
But when you get into like Guardians and you get
Yeah.
into all these other Marvel movies, they're not only for kids, but 20, 30, 40-year-olds, these
Yeah.
comic book guys.
Yeah, and I think that the target audience is that sort of 14 to 25-year-old.
Yeah.
But that's what all movies are aimed at anymore. I don't matter. But I do feel like, and I mean, this is my segue, I feel like the new Fantastic Four movie is going to hit all demographics.
Really?
I feel like they have found the perfect summer movie. And this is the 4th attempt to do Fantastic Four, and the first 3 were horrible. I'll give you that.
I remember
The second and third. You don't remember the first one because that's the one with that Roger Corman directed.
Okay, I remember the one with Jessica Alba.
Yeah, that's second and third. Rise of
because,
Silver Surfer.
Yeah, because I had a big crush on Jessica Alba.
Well, you should still. She hasn't aged a day.
I know.
I
know. Rick.
There's a painting in her attic that's getting older and older, but she's not. So, yeah.
But this one hits it. Huh?
This one, it's the art direction. If it doesn't win an Oscar for art direction, I'll be stunned because they do it as a retro futuristic setting, and I love that. It's bright. It's full of color. There's a lot of visuals to it that's going to keep kids interested. The Thing and Human Torch, the two of the 4, have this great banner about them that I think kids are going to giggle at and find. But then you crank it up. The action stuff is really good. There's a fight with the Silver Surfer that is well done, and then the final battle at the end, and I'm not going to give too much away, is really well done. Then you throw in it's a story about family because if people don't know, Reed Richards and Sue Richards are married,
right?
And
Mr. Fantastic,
right,
is that what it is?
Yeah, and she's pregnant when the movie starts, and that's a big part of as the movie goes on. I like that this film has the pacing is great. I think that some of the Marvel movies run a little long, so kids maybe get a little bored. This one comes in just under 2 hours, and so I think that's the right. It has.
You can't drag kids into movies that are 2 hours or longer.
If it's longer, they're going to be bored. Yeah.
About hour 45 is when they start checking out.
Or Ralph. Ralph, after 2 hours, Ralph will not go into a movie anymore after 2 hours.
Sleep.
Yeah. But I just think the film just works on every level. And I think it's funny. It's 2 weeks now since Superman opened.
Right.
I wrote in my review that Superman is going to get his Kryptonian rear end kicked by this movie.
And he has.
And he should. Now, we haven't seen all the box office numbers for the week yet, but everything I've seen so far, the Thursday night numbers are bigger than the Thursday night numbers for Superman. I was looking.
What is with that, Rick? What?
It's word of mouth.
The movie comes out.
It's
on
word
Friday,
of mouth. No, it's word of
but
mouth.
It really comes out on Thursday.
Look, everybody who saw it, and they had good theater tonight at this yesterday.
On Thursday,
Yeah.
Now it's talking about it, and everybody goes out on the weekend.
And all their buddy, they're telling all their buddy, gosh, you got to go see this. In fact, I'm going to go see it again, and that sort of thing. So yes, it's word of mouth. It works. Now, if the movie's bad, that can work against you. But in a film like this, where I think they knew they had nailed it, that they wanted to get as much word of mouth going and as much hype about it. And then we have this whole new trend with.
That's what I was going to say, talking about word of mouth
and popcorn boxes.
Hitting it home runs.
It started in 2019 when Rise of Skywalker opened up.
I'll tell you when it started before that, but go ahead. Because Disney's been doing it. And it's a Disney trend.
At their parks?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm talking about at the theaters.
Oh, I know, but that's where they got it from, Rick. That's where I think the concept came. They started realizing these popcorn buckets that we sell inside of our theme parks are popular as heck. Heck, I got one sitting on my desk right now, Rick.
But it's limited. You have to go to the park to be able to get those.
Yes, and just like this, you have to go to the theater to be able to get this.
Right, but there's more opportunities to go to a theater for the American public than it is to go to Disneyland.
Right.
So it makes sense to take it out into the public. A perfect example is, and again, since 2019, there's been almost every major movie has had, whether it be Barbie or Garfield or Lilo and Stitch.
Popcorn buckets.
I think the Lilo and Stitch is one of the best.
They even do the cups.
They do the cups. But for this one, they were hyping ahead of time the popcorn bucket for Galactus.
Okay.
That's the main villain. It was his head. 17.5 inches tall, 24 inches wide.
Popcorn bucket?
Popcorn bucket holds 321 ounces of popcorn.
And all the extra butter your heart can take.
And you can get a refill if you need it.
Well,
yeah. So, but they're selling it for $80. Okay, that's for the. It comes with popcorn. Okay, so let's.
And free refills.
Yeah, and free refills. So here I am. I'm thinking, well, that's kind of high in this market. I can see people, maybe a few people who are nerds like me, buying one, but I can't see it. Just Thursday morning, hours before the movies even opened, there were lines. At least at 3. I went to 3 Cineplex yesterday. There were lines at all 3 of them to buy.
I was going to say, because nowadays, well, maybe at the Maya, you still have to show a ticket to get to the concessions.
No, you don't.
But not at Reading.
Not at Reading.
At Reading, you can go into the concessions.
And the AMC.
Without having a ticket.
At the AMC over here, the concession is right in the door. If you want to go to concessions, you can. So, those 3, I did not get out to the Edwards, but the 3 I checked at, and those people who were lining up did not buy a ticket.
They weren't watching the movie. They
right.
wanted the
bucket. They wanted the bucket. And so by 1 o'clock yesterday, those 3 complexes had sold out every one of them that they had.
I already know where you're going. The only place you can get it now is where?
eBay.
Yep. Just like the Disneyland Park bucket
right.
that I was talking
and
about.
They're going on eBay for?
Probably twice as much.
$150 to $160. Yeah.
Because I can turn around the bucket that's sitting on my desk right now from Disneyland. I could probably turn around and sell that for $100 easy.
Oh yeah.
I paid $35 for it, but I got suckered into when Lilo and Stitch came out.
Oh.
I got suckered into the Stitch holding the pineapple.
But that's so cool.
It's so cute, Rick. And we use it. It's not that we don't use it. We watch a lot of movies at my house.
Yeah, so
with the Disney Plus.
Why not use the popcorn?
We use them all the time.
Exactly.
I've got too many.
But I'm just saying, there were popcorn buckets for Superman.
Right.
There's Crypto, a little Crypto, and he's got he's holding a little bag that you get your popcorn in, and you can buy a bowl that says Crypto that you could use as a dog dish if you want.
Okay.
But the popcorn buckets and the drink cups for Fantastic Four are 1,000 times better than Superman. So I think Superman's rear is going to get kicked at the box office and already at the concession stand.
And at the concession. Who gets the money for that?
Okay, here it's another revenue stream for both the theater and the studio.
So they split it.
And it's funny. The main complaint I get from people about movies is, oh, every time I go to the theater, I spend $47 on a Coke and $106 for popcorn. Now, it's way too man. Okay, it's high, but you have to realize the way the business model is set up. The theaters do not get if anybody, they only maybe get 5 to 10% of the tickets that first week. Now, if a movie's a hit and goes on for week after week, that percentage goes up with each week. And every contract's different, so I can't tell you. Right. And a lot of those small films that come in there that I think there's completely different contracts. But the money that the theaters make, the lion's share of that comes from concessions. So now you have a new revenue stream. You have these popcorn buckets, the drink cups, all those items that it's money that you got to spend extra. You've already bought your ticket, but you're going to get concessions.
You might as well throw in the $80 popcorn bucket.
If you want, but you can.
There's lesser ones. You can get the $40 one,
or you can just buy regular popcorn bucket. Right. You don't. There's no gun that says you have to buy these.
Right.
But they're so.
But there's an 8-year-old looking at you like, Dad.
Oh,
exactly.
Dad. Come on.
Come on, Dad. And then you go, yeah, just give me the stitch.
Yeah.
It's refillable, yeah. And then they ring it up, and you the sticker shock.
You know what? If Mr. Bentley's here, he would have bought it for me.
Yeah. Exactly. Right? And people are buying them.
This Galactus is a perfect example.
How far are we away from the $100 popcorn bucket?
Oh, probably next summer.
Think so?
Well, I know when the next Avengers movie comes out, that will be it.
That will be it.
And I think that's been bumped to 27, maybe, or at least late 26.
Yeah.
But this is the last. Fantastic Four is the last superhero movie of this year, and so, but the next year, or maybe at least the following year after that, it'll be $100.
Well, you can find those at Comic-Con too, right? People selling them out there.
Oh yeah,
which is going on this weekend. Right?
Right as we speak, it's going on. Yeah. I'll bet you anything. If you go out this weekend to thrift shops and antique stores, you'll find a Galactus. There's somebody who's bought it and put it in their store, and it'll have probably $120 price tag on it. Because you can sell it cheaper if you do it directly, because eBay takes a fee and shipping and all that. So yeah, I'll bet you if you went looking, I'll guarantee you that when we have the comic convention on August 8th and 9th here, you'll see them there.
Which you'll be at.
I will be there. Trust me.
That's the other place we saw you at, the Disney convention they had in town.
I'm everywhere.
Mr. Bentley is everywhere. Are there any other movies coming? Because obviously when people start calendaring their releases and then they see something like Fantastic Four, they go, yeah, we're just going to stay away from that. We're not going to put anything out there.
No, this week is
straight fantastic.
It's an interesting thing. On Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, there's a special screening of a movie called Ick, I-C-K. Okay. It's a sci-fi horror. It's a throwback to the 60s and 70s horror films. Stars Brandon Routh, who was in Superman Returns. But it's Fathom is putting it on. It's just a 3-day event and I know it's at the Edwards. I don't know if it's going to be the other theaters. But it's being designed. It's like only one showing, like at 7:00 at night. So it's a special event.
Exclusive,
but nobody has opened a full movie. We'll see one next Friday when Naked Gun opens.
Oh, okay.
But again, a very alternative movie. The people going to see Fantastic Four probably aren't going to be seeing and then the following week is Freakier Friday.
Oh yeah.
So we're looking at sort of alternatives, but nobody's going to. I'm surprised Superman and Fantastic Four opened so close together, because Superman got 2 good weeks at the box office, but I really do feel like we're going to see like $150 million for Fantastic Four, and maybe 17, 18 million for Superman this week. I mean, it's going to drop off that badly.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Just like, and Disney was like, we don't care.
No.
We'll put it out right after Superman.
That's right. If you have a product, that's that's that good. And that's why, the Captain America movie opened earlier this year because they knew that was could not compete in the summer. Even with the Red Hulk in it, it was bad. And so they knew that one couldn't compete.
Are you watching the new Happy Gilmore on Netflix?
I will watch it this weekend. I've had just so much going on. I did an interview with Mariana forgot her last name, for the series Traffic on Netflix. So I had to watch all 8 of those episodes. I'm getting ready to do interviews for the new Outlander spinoff, Blood of My Blood. So I'm watching those. So I have so much that I'm watching to preview that when something like I didn't get an early copy of Happy Gilmore, I didn't get to see it. So
was it just a surprise drop, or was it set to release?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's just that the studio sometimes will show it, and sometimes they won't.
I don't think it's. I mean, it can't be better than the first one.
No. I like the first one. I'm a big fan of the first one.
Yeah, I like it.
I have said from the beginning the fact that Bob Barker's not around anymore to be in it. I think that's gonna, I think we're gonna feel that loss. But I can't judge it because I have not seen it. Although I think the Star is not one of my favorites anyway. So.
Yeah, I'm not big on Adam Sandler, but I liked Happy Gilmore.
I did too. If somebody says, "Hey, give me a list of 3 Adam Sandler movies you'd watch again," Happy Gilmore would probably be very close to the top.
Yeah. What's the other one where he's the dad or something? The daddy.
Click. Okay.
No, where he had Big Daddy.
Big Daddy.
Big Daddy.
A
lot of slapstick. Just,
yeah. And then there was the one where he played both him and his sister.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one.
Oh, that is just as bad as it gets. But he also did a very serious one.
Yes, the Diamond Jeweler.
Or with a Punch Drunk Love.
Oh yeah, he did that one as well. Yeah.
So yeah, I could put together 3. I'd be pushed for 4.
Well, I pushed for 1. Rick, so.
Yeah. So I trumped you there.
Yeah. And we lost a lot of stars over the past week, huh?
Oh my gosh, I couldn't. Well, what a shock when I heard that Hulk Hogan died of a cardiac arrest.
Yeah, imagine that, all the steroids.
Oh yeah, it's like every time I saw him, I thought, "You're a cardiac arrest waiting to happen."
And then I'm just the high intensity.
Everything. That's what I'm saying. He was always on the edge. Yeah. And again, the steroids did not help. Yeah, and then Chuck Mangione. I mean, come on, that's what a great musician. Ozzy
and Malcolm Jamal.
That one's horrifying the most to me. I mean, because he drowned. I mean,
I didn't hear it. I just heard that I was on vacation, so I got the drop, and I was like, what? But I didn't read about what.
Yeah,
happened.
he was on vacation swimming and got pulled under by an undercurrent that he didn't anticipate.
Was he on the beach somewhere?
He was.
Yes. He wasn't in the Kern River, was he?
No. For the life of me, I'm not certain. I don't even want to say because I can't remember where he was. But Costa Rica,
I was on the beach.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about the ocean. Wow. Me, I'm not a big beach fan.
Yeah.
One of the many reasons. The other thing, I heard you talking about, one of the reasons is to look at the ladies as they walk by.
I never said anything like that.
I stopped doing that years ago when I realized I was looking at somebody and thought, wow, that's a very beautiful woman. And as she got closer, I realized, oh my God, she's 13. I mean, that's when you say, oh, I'm blinded. I am not going to look again at anybody on the beach. So I don't, and I hate sand in my crotch. I mean, all that stuff. So
I make sure if they have a tattoo, Rick, I figure they have to be 18 at that point.
In this world.
All right, sir. Thanks for stopping by, even though Ralph wasn't here, and we look forward to you hosting. Any hints about what we can expect?
Boy, you're setting the bar so high. I'm just scared now. I just know I'm going to sit down and go, hey, I'm.
You gonna bring any stars with you? You gonna bring,
Oh, yeah. Jessica Alba's coming with me.
I'll be.
Yeah.
Sure
so.
Yeah. We'll look forward to checking you out in a couple of weeks when Mr. Bailey goes on vacation.
Yeah, my first and only time hosting, because it'll be like, who the heck okayed that?
I almost called you today, Rick. Hey, Rick,
I'd have been here.
RB's out. We need another RB.
Yeah, it's Kisma.
Yeah, nobody can tell the difference.
No. Well, you know what? I'm taller.
You're taller.
Yeah.
And a lot much more funnier.
Well, that's a low bar too.
Thanks again for
Okay.
stopping by, Rick. You guys can check him out at KGET and the new KGET app. All of his segments are right there. Mr. Rick Bentley, we got to take a break. Coming up next, Jenny Frank with Bakersfield College. It's the Ralph Bailey Show.
Oh.
Zipper tangled a little bit.
Hour 2 of the Ralph Bailey Show. No, don't attempt to adjust your radios. Don't change your YouTube channel. I did get a tan, but I am not Ralph Bailey. I am J.R. Flores filling in for the injured Ralph Bailey as he recovers from, well, I'm not going to tell you. I'll just let the rumors circulate over the weekend as to what happened to Ralph. And when he shows up on Monday, he can either put truth or expel those rumors. But I know he'll be here Monday. It's not as bad as he thought it was. It's fine. I want to thank Rick Bentley for stopping by. Not only stopping by, but hooking me up with some invitation to go watch the Descendants Zombies Worlds Collides tour this past weekend. And for those that don't know, I have an 8-year-old daughter. No, I did not go by myself to go watch a Disney concert. I took my 8-year-old daughter, who at the time of her life, and now I owe Rick anything on this planet that man so chooses to ask for, because that was, as she said, the best day of my life, Dad. She's 8. There'll be many, many more. But to watch her, the first time she turned and she had those tears of joy that she was seeing some of these people perform live was everything that I needed to see. So thanks, Rick, not only for coming in today when Ralph's not here, but for the tickets. Appreciate it very, very much. Speaking of guests and Ralph not being here, Jenny, did you know, Jenny Frank, that Ralph wasn't going to be here today? He didn't tell you a thing. You walked in and like, where's Ralph and who's this guy I'm talking to with the hair?
Well, close enough. But I have to say, I think Ralph had a jazzercise class last night or something, so I can probably guess.
I love it. All the guests are coming up with different things, different rumors. We'll spread them all. Yes, Ralph was at a jazzercise exercise class last night, and he fell off one of the bikes when he attempted to get off, and it was the gouty foot, and so.
Well, it should be a short-term injury then. He should be back.
Yeah, he should be back on Monday. But in the meantime, we will talk about an event you guys have coming up with the Kern County Veterans Opportunity Event at Bakersfield College Renegade Event Center, happening Friday, August 8th. Tell us what this is all about.
Yes, so we're super excited about this event. The Kern County Veterans Collaborative, in collaboration with Bakersfield College Veteran Resource Center, and a plethora of other community leaders, came together with this idea that we needed to stop the gap between when veterans exit from the military and when they get home and get connected with services, right? The military does an okay job. They have a TAP program where they tell you about all the different things you're eligible for, but they don't connect you with the local services. So oftentimes they come back home and they wander aimlessly, unfortunately, or they pop into some building and say, hey, can you tell me where I can find my resources? And our goal with this is to connect those veterans, over 250 that came back to Kern County last year, with the different resources that are here in the community.
It's needed because a lot of the times, and even with guys, they need the encouragement to go and actually start seeing somebody or getting help, or reaching out and actually utilizing those services, because we're guys, we're stubborn, we're hard-headed, we can handle it, we got this, there's no problem, no trouble, nothing to see here. You know what I mean?
You're absolutely right. I've been doing this for a very long time, and I'm a Marine Corps veteran myself, so I'm well aware of the
service.
Thank you. I'm well aware of the hesitance of our veterans to get involved, to reach out for help first and foremost. That is the biggest sort of barrier to their own help, is for them to ask for it. So for us, we just thought, we'll bring it together. We'll bring all these different types of resources from A to Z. And then in addition to that, we're hoping that our community of veterans comes out as well. Some of them still aren't connected with resources, the ones that have been here for years, so they may need it too. But in addition to that, that is a brotherhood and a sisterhood, right? So we're bringing these veterans who've been here for a while, they kind of know the ropes, maybe they can get connected with something there that they haven't done before, but also bringing in the newer veterans to meet and connect with those veterans who have been here, almost like a mentor.
And showing them and saying, look, it is okay to come and reach out for assistance, or maybe, hey, here's something that maybe you didn't know about
that I've been dealing with and I see you're dealing with, and this is a resource that you could probably utilize too, and let me show you. And like you said, when you're in that brotherhood and it comes from somebody else that has maybe dealt with or seen and done some of the things that you have, you feel a little bit more comfortable to go like, okay, maybe I can go and check that out.
Absolutely. Just in my business alone, I'm the director of veteran services and programs at Bakersfield College. We have about 10 work studies. Now, these work studies are veterans or dependents who have come out of the military recently, and they're attending school through their GI Bill, voc rehab, something like that, right? The beauty of that is they're not going to come to my door because it says director on there, right? They're going to seek their peers out. They're going to have an organic conversation. And through that organic conversation, these work studies can say, you know, if they can listen and tune in and hear the things that they need in the conversation, these other veterans, right? So the goal is to sort of pick up on those needs and know, hey, I may not have all the answers, but I know somebody I can connect you with, right?
It's about connecting the dots.
Right.
Yeah, and putting them in the right direction. Like I said, when other brothers, I know for me, when I got in a room full of men that were open with their feelings and willing to be vulnerable, it made it easier for me to also be vulnerable.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's great. What else can veterans expect that might be thinking about going out?
So it's a different sort of format. Kern County is veteran centric. We are we're all about our veterans here.
We try very hard to take care of them.
We do. And there are a lot of organizations, wonderful organizations out here that work with our veterans. But we've never had an event like this, right? So we've had resource fairs, we have the stand down, that's wonderful. Those are great things, but this is more like a symposium style event. So we'll have our opening session, and in the opening session, you'll hear from some of the very main core veteran organizations that you must go see. The Veteran Service Office, Kern County Veteran Service Office, for instance. Those are the folks that help you file your claim, help you get your benefits started. They may take a copy and store your DD-214, those types of things. Those are the folks you need to go to. The VA is going to be there. We'll have an opening session where we'll have 3 or 4 different organizations sort of give a small informational session during that time. And then you'll hear from Master Gunnery Sergeant Scott Stalker, retired. He's a former senior enlisted leader of the U.S. Space Command, Cyber Command, and National Security Agency. We had him, I have a nonprofit as well, the Armed Forces Support Foundation, and we had him as our keynote for one of our galas last year. And he is just an outstanding individual who is so inspiring and has such a great resume that we really just want, this is for free, right? This is all for free. We want you vets to come out, be able to hear from somebody of this caliber, be able to connect with these resources. And then so we'll do that main session, and then we're going to have a breakout session, a couple of breakout sessions with 9 different organizations. In addition to the breakout sessions where veterans can choose which one they want to go to based on their needs, we'll have other folks tabling around the main building. And so there'll be about 15 of those resources, including Greater Los Angeles VA, Social Security Administration, the National Cemetery, Honor Flight, VFW. I mean, you name it, we are bringing it together in this one space for veterans.
Yeah, and this is all happening again Friday, August 8th from 8 a.m. to noon. How do people get, can they just show up? Should they register? How do they get connected?
Well, preferably they'd register. We have a QR code that obviously on the radio, it's not very good to.
I'll put it up during the break. What I'll do is I'll hold it up right here into the YouTube camera. So if there are any veterans out there, they can scan that during the break. I will make sure that it gets held up throughout the rest of the show. During every break, we'll put that right there. So if you are watching on YouTube, or if you're not and you can go to YouTube during the break, you can get the code to be able to scan it and make it easier to register. Maybe we'll even try to put it on our website.
That'd be great.
If that's okay with you guys. We'll post it right there on curtinradio.com, share it on all our social media. So if there is anybody that needs to get connected, and that's the easiest way nowadays, is scan that QR code. But if they don't scan the QR code, what's another way they can?
You know, really, they can just show up. The goal is to have folks register so we know how many to anticipate, seating, that type of stuff. But aside of that, we just want vets to come out. We really want to engage veterans in Kern County, all veterans of all eras, whether they just recently came back or they were our Vietnam vets, even our World War II vets. Just come and connect with us. Come and connect with these younger veterans. Bring them into the fold. Let's just get them taken care of.
Yeah, again, this is the Kern County Veterans Opportunity Event. It's co-sponsored by Bakersfield College Veteran Resources Center and the Kern County Veterans Collaborative. It's happening Friday, August 8th from 8 a.m. to noon. Again, at the Bakersfield College Renegade Event Center. Where on campus? Where should they park? Where?
Okay.
Because it's tricky up there.
Right.
It's a big campus, and I don't want veterans going on.
Where do I go to
I know where
now?
the stadium is, but
And it's all different. If you haven't been to Bakersfield College,
me and my daughter were up there for a field trip. We went to the planetarium,
Mhm.
which I didn't even know existed, and I was like, "Whoa, this is a pretty cool room." But I hadn't been up there since I was taking classes back in 1999, and boy, has the camp.
it has so much through our Measure J funds, and the Veteran Resource Center was actually the very first building
Yeah.
to be built out of that, and I just love that place. I love what we do for veterans up there. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the ability that we have to serve veterans. Oftentimes our recently returning veterans end up there, to go to school or whatever.
Yeah,
And
right on
so,
campus. You
so
guys
we're
can
able
serve
to
'em
guide
right
them.
there where they
Mhm.
are.
Absolutely. But as far as parking, off of Haley, everyone knows that
Yeah, that
entrance.
back.
That's kind of the main entrance there. The visitor parking right there, but where the circle's at,
Oh,
the
yeah.
library is still in the same place. Still looks pretty much the same. It's got a fresh coat of paint, but
my cousin hit that library with a golf ball one year when we were taking golf classes.
oh yeah, I've hit buildings with a golf ball before
Probably
too.
listening right now. as a
Yeah.
matter of fact.
Yeah, we'll have to go look for the divot and see if we can find it. But yeah, the visitor parking right there. We'll have a cart for some folks who might have mobility issues. But other than that, just feel free to park there. And literally right across the grass, there's a quad there. Everybody knows that quad right in front of the library. Across the grass there, we'll have a pop-up tent so folks will be able to see us. We'll have a cart running back and forth. So just kind of follow the herd,
Won't
right?
be hard to find.
Yeah.
Just follow the squad of veterans walking.
You'll
be
see
able
us.
to find them. Again, this is happening Friday, August 8th. So that is 2 weeks from today, from 8 a.m. to noon. And again, the best part, it's free.
It's free.
It's free.
Yeah.
There should be no reason that any vet shouldn't be able to show up to this because it is free. And you guys are doing that because you want to be able to serve as many vets as possible, right?
That's it.
Again, get out there. There's going to be an opening session, and then you'll hear from Master Gunnery Sergeant Scott Stalker, and then they'll have breakout sessions and all kinds of little groups from Bakersfield College, Veteran Services Office, Department of Veterans Affairs, the National Cemetery, the Veteran Justice Program, California Veterans Assistance Foundation, CSUB, Talent Base USA, local elected offices, employment development departments, all kinds of resources for vets to get connected to any services they might need, right?
Amen.
Thank you so much for stopping in, Jenny. I appreciate it, even though Ralph isn't here. And what did you say happened to him again?
Jazzercise accident.
Jazzercise
Mhm.
accident. Yeah, he was telling me about those classes he started taking too.
Yeah.
Your-
Sorry, Ralph.
That's your story, not mine, Jenny. Again, thank you, Jenny, for stopping
Thank
by.
you.
She is with the Bakersfield College Veterans Resources Center. Again, this event's happening Friday, August 8th from 8 a.m. to noon. It's free. No reason not to show up. If you are a veteran and want to get connected or just learn more about any of the many resources here in Bakersfield and Kern County, you're going to want to show up to this event. Or maybe you got a buddy that's been reluctant to go out and seek some of these things. Pick them up, bring them by, bring them out. I promise they'll have a good time. And not only that, they'll get a bunch of information that will be very, very impactful for him. Again, thanks, Jenny Frank, for not only coming by, but for all the work you guys do up there at Bakersfield College. Got to take a quick break. Come back on the other side. We'll take some of your phone calls, text messages, emails, 661-842-5376. I thought that was Governor Gavin Newsom for a minute on the TV behind you there. I was going to go walk out and just take a nap in my office, but it's not, so we'll return. It's the Ralph Bailey Show. It's J.R. Flores filling in for Ralph. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
No, thank
Appreciate
you.
that.
Welcome back. Summertime. It is the summertime, but it's not a usual summertime in Bakersfield. It's like low 90s, isn't it, out there? It's nice outside. At least as nice as it could be, I guess, in July in Bakersfield. It's terrible. When I was coming down the Grapevine yesterday after my vacation, and you just come out and you start to be able to peek into the valley, and you can't even see the land because of the smog. It's just not. And my daughter was like, "Man, I'm gonna miss this fresh air, Dad." I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna miss it too, sweetheart. Gonna miss it too." So vacations always come to an end, unfortunately. 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. Before we take a caller, I want to thank Jenny Frank for stopping in. Again, the Kern County Veterans Opportunity Event happening at Bakersfield College Renegade Event Center Friday, August 8th from 8 to noon. It is free for all veterans and dependents. They'll have a morning session, and then they'll have a speaker, Master Gunnery Sergeant Scott Walker, and then they'll have breakout sessions with a bunch of small groups providing different resources for veterans. We'll put the QR code back up during the break. If you're on YouTube, then you can scan it and get registered. If not, just show up, she said. All they want is for veterans to show up. And if you know a veteran that needs resources, take them out to the event so they can get connected. You said we have a phone call, sir.
We do.
Who you got?
Carlos is on the line.
Carlos, you're on the Ralph Bailey Show. Good afternoon, my friend.
Hey, JR, how's it going, man?
Oh, well, it's my first day back from vacation, so I'm still adjusting, but it'll be fine by the end of the weekend. How you doing, brother?
Pretty good, man. Hey, I was down in LA yesterday. I had to pick up my sister at LAX at 1:30, and her flight got delayed till 3. So I didn't jump on the 405 till like 3:45, and I was right there with you, brother.
We were probably passing each other. I went on so many freeways. I've been on more freeways yesterday than I have my whole life driving in LA, and I used to go down there a lot.
I almost did that. I almost started jumping over, and I said, no, I'm going to stick on the 405. And then it was going pretty, just from the 10 to Ventura, the 134 highway, it was backed up, just like you were talking.
Oh, yeah.
And then we were going pretty good on for a little bit in San Fernando, and all I thought about was Ralph's story when he took his dad's car and his moonroof or whatever.
the sunroof or the top, the rag top was on the freeway.
Yeah, we were about 70 miles an hour about the time that area where he was. That's all I thought about there. And
That's
got backed up again.
That's hilarious. Yeah, man. I don't know what it was with traffic yesterday. Usually I can sneak on the 210 by either because I'm coming down way south, so I'll start on the 5 and then I'll either take the 57 or the 605 to cut across to the 210 so I can skip downtown LA.
Yep.
I don't want to go through all that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no. Everybody was thinking the same thing, I guess. I don't know, Carlos.
Yeah, it was bad, man.
It was bad. All right, brother. Have a good weekend.
You too, man.
All right, thanks. Thanks for listening, man. 661-842-5376. Oh, sorry, my ad fell over. If you guys are watching on the YouTube.
AT, don't you start the ad thing.
My little.
There you go.
We were talking about popcorn
What's
buckets.
that like that?
Like that. Yeah.
Nice.
Smashing my water cup.
2 legs.
Yeah. No, it's my little. I bought this at Disneyland. So we were talking about popcorn buckets with Rick.
I agree with you 100%. That is where a lot of these, I think, started. Was seeing how popular the Disneyland ones got.
Disney, when they started dropping these popcorn buckets and they were limited releases, and you can only get them in the parks.
Now every movie has to have one.
In some parks, you can only get them like certain ones at Disney, certain ones at Walt Disney World, and then they took to eBay and secondhand markets, and man, they knew what they were doing, and they said we got to put these in with the movies, and now you got an $80 popcorn bucket apparently for Fantastic Four. I won't be going to watch that one, that's for sure. Got to take a break. Maybe we'll have a mystery guest. I don't know. It's Ralph's show, not mine. It's the Ralph Bailey Show. It's Kern Radio.
claim that told Chris all week that
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN.
With us are in news, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says his government is considering alternative options to ceasefire talks.
Say believe it.
Was a thing back in the 90s. There's a lot of Jump Around. What was the other one? Was the House of Pain? Jump Around.
Van Halen's Jump.
So go ahead and jump. It's another one. I think. Oh no, that was Slam. I was gonna say Onyx.
Yeah,
Play
Slam is great.
Slam.
Oh, I'm playing that one next now. I love that song.
That's what I do. That's what I do.
They put that into I think it was last year's MLB baseball game that they
Did
do
they?
every year, and I loved it.
Heck
Every
yeah.
time it came on, I was like, yes, that's my home run theme.
That's a
I'm
good
doing
one.
it.
That's a good one. It's the Ralph show. Just sit tight. It's JR's filling in, and Ralph's injured. We've made up, I think, 2 stories now.
I like the jazzercising one better.
Yeah, Jenny Frank, our last guest from Bakersfield College, said she saw Ralph at a jazzercise class, and she thinks he fell off the bike. What did Rick say?
That he was avoiding Epstein
Oh,
questions
that's right.
because he had a bad cornea.
Cornea injury. So yeah, there's those 2. If you guys want to contribute to the rumors of what happened to Ralph Bailey, feel free. 661-842-5376. 661-842-KERN. Do we have anything on the message board?
Yeah, I got a couple here.
What do you got?
This first one just said, Ralph got his foot stomped by karma for giving Turnip Seed a bad time for not showing up in person.
You guys are bad. Just so you know, Ralph isn't like out of town. He's not taking a vacation.
Right
he is listening. He is watching. I am looking into the eyes of Ralph Bailey right now through this camera, and he is watching. He is hearing all of this. Continue, sir.
OMG, where's Ralph today?
Sad.
Timing is everything. JR comes back for vacation and Goutman takes off.
I'm just facilitating the messages. Don't shoot the messenger.
Especially me. I'm just reading.
Yeah, Chris is just reading them. Don't come back huffing and puffing at us, Bailey. That's your listeners, not mine. What else?
I believe he was trying to imitate the Happy Gilmore golf drive, and now he's not doing so well.
Oh,
It is fantastic, by the way. Happy Gilmore 2 is awesome.
Did you catch all of it, or did you get?
I did get to catch before during my break, so it's only an hour and a half long. It's worth the watch.
Okay, that makes it maybe doable.
And honestly, it is an homage to the first movie. There's a lot of like cutaways to what happened in the first one, and what I enjoyed about it the most is it took a real life story and kind of made fun of it, because the main premise of the movie is pretty much PGA versus Live Tour. I'm going to leave it. That's essentially what's happening in this movie, and it's hilarious.
All right, maybe I'll check it out if I'm not doing anything tonight. Let me see. Catching up on work, sleep. Yeah, maybe I can fit it in. I got nothing else planned. 661-842-KERN. What else you got?
You guys are wrong. Was seen hiking the Grand Canyon North Rim and tripped on a rock.
See. So he's at the Grand Canyon and he tripped on a rock or twisted his ankle. And then we have he fell off the jazzercise bike at the gym. He has a cornea injury and is avoiding all Epstein questions from Mr. Bentley. What was the other one? Is that it? We got all those? Jazzercise. Yeah. Okay. What else?
This next one says, did Ralph set his bed on fire again and burn his foot stomping out the flames? Oh, wow.
Those are some dedicated listeners. The fact that you guys remember, well, I mean, he tells them a lot. But the fact that you guys know the stories, infamous stories of Mr. Bailey. Yes, he caught his bed sheet on fire one time. It's not my story to tell, but I'll just, again, leave those ones out there. Yes, that is a true story. Mr. Bailey did one. I don't believe he did it this weekend, but at one point he did catch his bed on fire. 661-842-KERN. What else you got?
Another one just says he had a pap smear accident.
A what?
Pap smear accident? You guys.
That's just rude.
That's just wrong. That's just wrong. Oh god.
I had a caller call in right now too. It said he just probably fell off his bar stool at Mexicali.
See, that's not
That's not nice.
that's not he tripped on the way in. He didn't
He didn't make it to the bar. That's why it hurts still.
I'm sorry. Man, Mr. Bailey, you're watching at home. I apologize for the train wreck that is occurring on your radio show. This is what happens when you miss work, though. 6 on the Friday, on my first day back from vacation. 661-842. Oh boy, now the phone's ringing again. What could this possibly be? I don't even want to know. Oh man, it's putting it on hold. 661-842-5376. 661-842-KERN. Who do you got on the line, sir?
Oh, Ralph's favorite listener, 49er Larry.
Oh, 49er Larry. What did you see happen to Mr. Bailey over last night, sir?
No, he's just trying to get an extra day off for his vacation.
No, he doesn't start vacation till the following week. So he
That's
wants.
what you think. Wait till he calls in on Monday.
Oh, Larry, no, I don't think he'll probably. He's not going to try to pull the 5-day weekend again. No way.
You're talking about Ralph, the Ralph Smoosh Bailey.
Oh man. I think he's rooting for the 49ers this year, Larry.
Well, if he does that, we will win the Super Bowl.
No, that's bad karma for you if he's rooting for the Niners. If he picks you guys, that means you're out.
No, that only works for the Raiders. Hey, and I think he said the Dodgers were going to win the World Series this year, and they can't even win a baseball game.
It's still early, Larry. There's plenty of time. We're just taking the summer off is all. That's it.
We're going to have the Oakland A's and the Giants in the World Series.
Oh, now you're crazy. And then the 49ers are going to win the Super Bowl, too. Get off the radio show, Larry. Thanks for calling in, 49er Larry.
Larry does realize that the A's haven't even hit 50 wins yet, right?
The A's are not.
A's are not.
They're not. No, they're not.
And the Giants are struggling.
Yeah, it's not good baseball. They're already in Las Vegas for all that matters. 661-842-KERN. Anything else on the board, sir?
Yeah, we got a couple more here.
All right, what else?
Did him and 49er Larry get in a fight and hurt himself? Y'all are wrong, man.
Did that come in before Larry called in, or?
I think as Larry was calling in.
Oh my gosh, you guys are the best audience in all of radio. I swear. 661-842-KERN. What else?
Ralph is just resting. He has a tea time tomorrow with Rand Dizzle.
He does, but I know he canceled that because not only did he tell Randy he canceled, but he told me to tell Randy that he canceled. And Randy was pretty upset about it because they were going to go play BCC. And then Randy said, "Hey, you want to take his place?" And I said, "Yeah." So I have a tea time with Randy. No, I'm just kidding. I know Ralph's listening, so I just wanted to throw that in. I don't really have a tea time with Randy tomorrow. I have my daughter on Saturdays, so we have a tea time set for Sunday. We're gonna play. We moved it by a day, so don't worry about it, Ralph. We got the tea time and the show covered. 661-842-KERN. Anything else, sir? Oh gosh, I'm scared to ask.
There are a couple of guests.
Okay.
Oh no, you know what? No, these are actually left over, so we're good.
Okay, left over from my show or what?
From you and Scott's, yes.
Oh, I didn't. That people send Scott text messages.
A little bit, yeah.
It's weird. I run that show. You think I would know that? It's been a long day. It's been a long week, Chris. What are you gonna say? On the other side of the break, we'll take more of your phone calls and text messages. Not only that, we'll talk about the Brundage Lane Navigation Center celebrated their 500th permanent housing placement. Congratulations to the Brundage Lane Navigation Center, he said, holding his breath. We'll tell you about I heard about your dating life, Chris. Are you single these days?
Still radio silence on that end, to be honest with you.
I heard there was an incident there. I'm not sure if the folks know about that one. There's some speed dating going on, though. If you're
hard pass,
if you're interested and available, we'll tell you where and when you can go on some speed dating if you'd like. Me and Chris will be double dating on that. And then, oh yeah, this is a great story. Well, two great stories. The one that keeps on giving, the cheaters caught at the Coldplay concert. Now they both have resigned from the company. We'll tell you about that. A man at a Burbank has been arrested now multiple times for being a butt sniffer. We'll get you that story. And then the young girl that got to sing at Dodger Stadium, we'll tell you about that as well. This is the Ralph Bailey Show. No, don't adjust your radio. It's JR, and don't adjust your YouTube screen. I just got a tan. I'm not Ralph. But this is the Ralph Bailey Show, and it is Current Radio, and we will be right back.
I got frosting
News
everywhere.
Talk
Everywhere I got
96.1
frosting.
and AM 1180 KERN.
It's that man again, Ralph Bailey for Sangera Subaru. Good news, the 2025 Subaru Solterra finally here. The 2025 Subaru Solterra is an IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus. Right now, you can lease a brand new 2025 Solterra Premium SST for just $299 a month for 36 months and zero due at signing. That's right. Nothing but your John Hancock on a brand new EV. Subaru Solterra comes standard with symmetrical all-wheel drive. So go test drive the new Solterra at Sangera Subaru. And of course, just ask my good friends Damon Culbertson and Hassan Levy about all the great Subaru vehicles for 2025. Sangera Subaru, located at 5500 Gasoline Alley Drive in the Bakersfield Auto Mall, or 24/7 at sangerasubaru.com. Sangera Subaru, paving the way for a better community.
Through July 25, lease a 2025 Solterra Premium SST for $299 a month on a 36-month lease. Zero due at lease signing plus tax and license. Zero security deposit. 7,500 mile year limit. 15 cent per mile overage. MSRP $41,656. VIN number SA-095326.
The Ralph Bailey Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online, kernradio.com. You can download the Kern Radio app to your smart device. Take us all summer long on all your vacations, like the one I just got back from in San Clemente, or the one that Ralph is about to go on to. I have no idea where he's headed this time, but he will enjoy his birthday somewhere. I guarantee it. Not only that, you can watch us on YouTube now. Just go to YouTube and search Kern Radio. We'll pop up right there. Hit the subscribe button. I think we're up over 200 now, 215, 16 and counting. Tell your friends by the end of July, I want to be at 250. That's a challenge to you guys, all right? I need you to go and spread the word that you can subscribe to us right there on YouTube and watch us not only live. The best part about that is all the shows are captured now. Everybody used to ask, hey, can we go back and listen? Is there any way that we can go back and listen to yesterday's episode? Or I didn't get to listen today. Is there a chance that I can go find it somewhere? Well, now you can. It's living right there on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. No more. Did JR really just say that? Yes. Yes, I did. And not only that, now it's on YouTube forever. So take that. You can always reach us at 661-842-KERN. You can always send me an email, jr@kernradio.com. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, X. Just look up Kern Radio. I am also out there, JR Flores, or why not JR. We want to be wherever you are. We want to be able to reach you wherever you like to be reached. Probably should have thought about that one before I said that.
Yeah, I got a little creepy on a second.
It's late on a Friday. I've been up since 6 o'clock. I actually stumbled in about 6:10. I'm probably scared, Scott. My alarm, I turned it on and then I slept right through the darn thing this morning. Just right through the darn thing. Thanks to Steven and thanks for Chris for hooking me up with the plate of Salties barbecue today as the staff was celebrating one of our own. And Chris was kind enough to put some ribs on a plate for me with a little bit of side salad and some beans from Salties Barbecue. So shout out to Salties. They are I guess you would say we're a customer of theirs. They're a customer of ours. Speaking of endorsements coming up, I have one on my show on the Stockyard. You guys probably hear about that sometimes from Ralph. They'll be endorsing the JR show coming up here in a couple of weeks. So you might catch me in there from time to time. Unlike, at a Coldplay concert trying to cheat on somebody. Goodness gracious. No, I'm not saying to go to the Stockyard to take a date if you don't want to be seen. I'm just saying if there's a place where you want to go where you're trying to be on the low and not have to be all in the downtown scene and partying around a bunch. No, you just slip in, you tell them that you ring the button, they say, what's the password? You tell them, why not JR? They let you in, sit down, you have a nice drink with the lady friend. Nobody bugs you, nobody bothers you, nobody takes your picture and puts it on a meme. None of that. None of that. Your text doesn't go off and the girl you're with sees it on your display of your car. None of that. None of that happens. Goodness gracious. What were these? She quit. The lady from the picture with the cheaters at the Coldplay concert, he had to resign. Now she apparently finally resigned.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Why? Why should they have to resign?
Well,
why? Because they cheated on somebody? Because they cheated on their spouse?
No, I think
that's a reason you should have to quit your job. Like if I went out and cheated on my girlfriend, would I have to quit the show?
It's the unfair treatment because he's the CEO and she's the HR lady.
Which made it even probably worse. Like, whoa, dude, that was the HR lady. Of course you weren't going to get in trouble. Like, who was going to rat on you? Oh, the lead singer of Coldplay is.
Love that, by the way.
That was classic. He's like, either they're very shy or they're having an affair. And he was right. And there was talks of them suing him. Chris Martin.
You can't sue Chris Martin.
You could sue anybody for anything these days, Chris. Come on now.
You can't sue Coldplay.
Sure you can. Hey.
It's your fault.
Well,
You're the dumb one.
It's never that person's fault anymore. If we've learned anything in today's times,
You're right.
it's never my fault. It's always somebody else's.
No, someone burnt themselves with hot coffee, then sued McDonald's. That's
Right.
fair.
Exactly.
Idiots of this world.
Yeah. Don't take your girlfriend to a Coldplay concert if you have a wife. Okay? Because then you're going to be single. And if you're single, then you're going to have to go to speed dating. And there's a lot of that going on apparently in town because we are the best. No, the worst. I think we were actually rated the worst place for singles, which
God awful. I hate
explains
this place so much.
explains mine and Chris's situation. But if you are and you want to go to a speed dating, I'm sorry, I'm dragging you into all this, Chris.
No,
I
no,
apologize.
it's fine.
I'll get in trouble for it later too. The lady I fancy will call, and she's here are 3 speed dating events you can attend to meet people face to face. No, it's not like Facebook dating. You don't get to swipe them and develop new valuable relationships. One is going on at Covenant Coffee at the Stockdale Towers, and that is set for this Saturday. What you got going on this Saturday, Chris? 6 o'clock. Me and you double dating. Speed dating, that is. It's open to anyone 21 and over. It's $33, but you get a drink with that. I don't know if it's coffee or you get a little Bailey's in it, but if that one doesn't suit your fancy, they have Love on Tap hosting a speed dating event at Tembler Brewing Company. That's happening July 31st. This event is for those between the ages of 35 and 40, so I guess I'm out, Chris.
I'm also out.
Yeah, we're not making it to that one. That's too bad. But there's a 2x2, the First Presbyterian Church of Bakersfield. That's right. Yes, you heard it right.
Can we go back to Temple real quick though?
Okay.
35 to 40. That's a very focused group.
Yes,
of
it
people.
is.
You're looking for a specific person. You're not looking to speed date.
Do you think I can get away with being? I can say I'm 38.
You can absolutely get away with 38, but that's not my point.
No.
Whoever set this up, you're looking for somebody.
Specifically, you have to be between the ages, and you see that sometimes where it's like, I want somebody that's between the ages of 35 and 40 can put up with my cat and is not MAGA. If you are MAGA, do not swipe right. Okay. But no, the 2x2, the First Presbyterian Church of Bakersfield announced 2x2, a PowerPoint style dating event with Christian singles. Participants, again, I'm aged out. What the heck? Participants between the ages of 24 and 34 can pitch a single friend or be pitched through lighthearted creative slides about them. Oh, I'm saying I make
other people.
Yep, I am pitching Chris.
No.
Yep.
Don't
Me
do
and Chris
that.
are.
No, not
yeah,
you, but
no, we're pitching you.
I don't care if you pitch me, but I'm more saying, like, if you have a friend you're considering this, don't do that. That's such a bad idea.
Do it. August 29th from 6 to 8 p.m. in the church's
sitcom
activity
episode.
center. The event is free for those who participate in the event, but people who come to watch and support their friends have to pay $5. The First Presbyterian Church is holding a speed dating. It might work. It might work. Maybe it would have worked for the butt sniffer guy that has been arrested now multiple times for sniffing women's rear ends while in public. This time it was in Burbank. Khalees Karen Crowder, 38, was arrested Tuesday by officers from the Burbank Police Department at the Walmart shopping center. He had originally responded to the nearby Nordstrom Rack in the same shopping center for a report of a suspicious man loitering in the women's department. They were informed that when officers arrived that the suspect had already left the department store, but he was located shortly while later at the Walmart across the parking lot. Apparently, he got caught on camera going around and Nope, not that one either. Oh, yeah, that's the one. Oh, it's like my dog going around the dog park, basically. Oh, hey, I think that's Teresa. That is Teresa. Oh, I'm glad it's 5 o'clock. I gotta go home and get out of here. It was one day, but man, it's been a long day. I need a weekend off already. I'm going to get out of here. Stay tuned. We'll play some encore stuff of Ralph Bailey Show. I'm J.R. Flores. Have a good weekend, Lily. Dad loves you.
This is AM 1180 KERN Green Acres. This is 96.1 FM Bakersfield. Online at KERNradio.com.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Keith Peters in Washington. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis says deportation flights from the remote Everglades immigration lockup known as Alligator Alcatraz have begun in the past few days. Governor DeSantis says the Everglades detention facility was made